studio ahead of you today. I'm sorry we're a bit late. We've had a few technical difficulties, but we are back at the slightly late time of 3:05. So what do we have coming up in the show?
So coming up, we'll be testing our culinary skills by making sweets in honour of Diwali.
And that will be with the help of our floor manager, Sophie Wallace. She'll be showing us how to do it, and I think I'm going to be making the best sweets personally.
Ooh, strong words, strong words.
I'm that confident.
I hope you can back it up because I'm ready to fight.
Okay. You'll have to let us know who you think is going to do the best by going to our Twitter @media_Icov or Instagram @Icov_media and voting on our polls. Let us know.
Nice, nice. And we also have Paul Nolan, a playwright for the play The Window, which is actually at the Herbert at the moment, so you should definitely check that out. Yeah.
And finally, we look at how stores in Coventry are benefiting from Vegan Month. But for now, it's time to take a look at the news with our reporter, Liana Petrova.
Last night, 5 men aged 1955 were arrested in South London for causing distress by lighting a cardboard model of the Grenfell Tower on a bonfire. The video, which has been shared on social media, has been described by the Justice Grenfell campaign group and by the Prime Minister as disgusting attack and utterly unacceptable. Offences may carry a fine or a prison sentence for up to 2 years. Donald Trump is calling on a last bid for the midterm elections 2018. The BBC told us that there are 435 seats in the House of the Representatives and 35 of 100 in the Senate at stake. The president has been determined, and it seems these elections will be decisive for the control of the Congress and for Trump's agenda. Barack Obama has also tweeted that the vote might be the most important of our lifetimes. The pressure is high, and there is expected to be a lot of voters turning out for the election. Now back in Coventry, the government is investing £14 million grant into the Coventry University Hospital to lead the way in cancer treatment. The money will be used for a new life-changing technology that will help diagnose the cancer. It will be focusing on lung, breast, prostate and colon cancer, which means quicker results and less stress for the patients. Coca-Cola's Christmas Red Wagon is skipping Coventry this year. The touring truck has been on the roads for years, and during the last one we were lucky enough to have it in town. But this year it has to disappoint its fans. Although it is not going to snub Birmingham, for those who cannot enjoy the holidays without seeing the lorry, traditionally known to live spirits at Christmas time, it will be on East Side Green, Birmingham, on the 15th and 16th of December for anyone who wants to see it. Is the Christmas mood still going to come to our beautiful city even without the big red famous truck? Stay with us to find out more. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Liana. So, Steph, did you go and see the fireworks last night?
I didn't. I was such a bonfire Scrooge. I stayed in bed and complained about the noise, hoping it would stop relatively early so I could get a good night's sleep. Ready for the show, of course.
Of course, we're bright and early here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was the same, to be honest. I was like, why do these fireworks keep going on and on and on?
Yeah.
And then it got to a point, me and everyone in the house were like, you know what, let's just go out. We snuck out into the back garden. Both neighbours were firing fireworks. And
Who was the best neighbour there? Was one better than the other?
The one on the left, usually. So yeah, usually he had like, there was tons, there was sparklers, everything was great.
Thoroughly invested in that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you normally do something for bonfire nights?
I haven't done something in years, literally. I think since I was like five was the last time I went to like go see the fireworks or anything like that.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
Mine's a bit more recent, but still, the last couple of years I've not done anything.
Oh man.
I have to bring it back next year.
We are actually Scrooges, aren't we? We need to be in the spirit. We need to be in the spirit a little bit more. Well, you know what? We have a few more days of the bangs and booms because you know what? Tomorrow is Diwali. And so, you know what, I actually remember learning about Diwali in secondary school.
Oh, do you? What do you remember learning?
So, you know what, right, I got my little facts because I wanted to get this right. So the festival actually coincides with the Hindu festival, like the Hindu New Year.
Oh, yeah.
And celebrates new beginnings and triumphs with triumph over good and over evil and light over darkness. And I remember the Rama and Sita story, actually, about like them with the candles, like with the rows of candles lighting them there. So that's quite cool, hence the festival, the Light Festival.
Yes, yeah. Well, we actually have a way to kind of honour Diwali here in the studio. And like we mentioned before, we have Sophie, our floor manager, over there that we are now going to go over and join whilst we attempt to make a few sweets. I don't know what to expect and what we have in store, but we're going to have to go over and see and hope that we can make the best ones.
Definitely, I can't wait.
So we'll head on over now.
Nice. All right, Sophie. This is our floor manager, Sophie, once again.
Yes.
So, Sophie, tell us what to do and how to do it.
So we're going to be making some coconut laddu. So we're doing a small rounded sweet.
Okay.
You're going to be mixing some of this condensed milk here.
So we've got the tin there. Is that already poured in these two bowls?
Already in the
Right,
bowls.
so we are
Nice.
really can have a
Can you
little bit of
guys see that?
competition. One
Yeah,
each.
I'm excited.
And then we will have, you will mix it with the coconut that's been desiccated.
Nice.
Okay. And
Got
then
this.
we'll see who makes the best ones.
Okay.
Okay, so is there any rhyme and reason to it? Do we just kind of pour in first, give it a mix?
Just treat it a bit like if you were making a bread dough, so little bits of liquid at the time until it kind of goes, forms little round balls.
Okay, so in this situation, the coconut is the bit we slowly add.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Should we perhaps put a bit on our plate first?
Yeah,
So we're going to have
that
to
might
pour
work.
at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Let's
Gonna
see if we
give
can
this a
open
go.
this.
So whilst we do that, would you be able to tell us a little bit about how you celebrate Diwali?
Okay, well, I've been, I was actually Indian born, so I was born into Hinduism, and whilst I've never really followed it, I have always kept Diwali close to my heart because it's such a nice festival at the end of the year when things seem getting a bit darker. We all gather around and we get presents of clothing from family members, and we get some lovely sweets from Boswell Road in Coventry. So can't beat a celebration like that. It's like it's like Christmas Part 1, but the Hindu style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So do you have any specific memories that you think are your prominent memories of celebrating Diwali?
Well, I suppose some of my oldest memories were going to our favourite shop in Boswell Road, so in Coventry. So I would always remember being a little kid and walking in, and I would smell that specific Indian food smell that if you've ever been to an Indian shop, you know about.
Yeah.
That kind of
that's nice.
spice
With all the
and
flavours.
yeah, and seeing all the sweets lined up. It's like the kid in the candy shop scenario. So it's that kind of glassy kind of, I want to buy everything, but Mum's only letting me buy 3 things. That
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Soph. You know what,
Yeah.
right? Am I doing this right? Because
How
right
are they
now,
looking?
yeah, that looks about right.
am I doing it better than Steph?
How-
Because
Oh,
right now I'm
I
actually
don't know. Well,
no, Steph could not have been done.
Steph's
I'm
actually
on it.
forming like solid shapes with her, so I think so far that's in the
no.
lead.
You're gonna have to
We're gonna have to get regular.
get
Look
the
at
best
this.
one. Oh, I reckon I'm gonna do it.
No.
I've got one.
Yeah, looking
Okay,
good.
mine.
Do you-
Nice. Wait.
Oh.
You know what? Can I have
You know what? Right, mine is a great one. I think that I'm clearly winning this one. Are you not a fan? No,
No.
I've got it everywhere.
Okay, so you guys, if you want to make these coconut ladoos, go to Instagram and Twitter. It'll be there with the recipe and probably a vegan recipe too.
To be fair, they are very good, so I do recommend having a look and trying yourself.
Yeah.
But for now, a nice little segue with that, because vegan month is, well, it's November, so Carrie sent Callie to Fargo Village to have a look at how local businesses are benefiting from vegan month, how they're celebrating.
World Vegan Month takes place every November, with the 1st of November marking World Vegan Day. This event is organised by the Vegan Society, who want to recognise how far the vegan movement has come. We headed down to the Green Unicorn Vegan store in Fargo Village to see how and why they are celebrating this month. So did you know that it was vegan awareness, vegan month?
Absolutely, yes. So
Yes.
the 1st of November was National Vegan Day, and that's the anniversary of the term vegan being invented by the founder of the Vegan Society, Donald Watson. So then they have the whole month as an awareness month, with the idea that people just give it a go and see what it's all about.
As it's been vegan month, has there been like a boost at all? Has it made a difference to sales?
I wouldn't say it's had a difference in sales to me. Our big change comes in January. There's a charity called Veganuary. So the idea is a bit like your Stoptober and Movember and things like that. You go vegan for the whole of January, and that's I always see a big change for that. National Vegan Month, not so much, but there's normally more events going on.
Do you think there should be more kind of promotion about Vegan Month?
Absolutely, I think it's something that we need to, because it's connected to the anniversary, as I said, of the foundation as Vegan Society. I think it's quite a good, would be really good to promote that more and make it more of a more an event.
We also headed down to the Twisted Barrel Brewery and Tap House to find out how they make their beer vegan.
We're an all-vegan brewery. I get asked quite a lot, what is it about beer that makes it not vegan? The main thing that can mean that beer isn't vegan is something called isinglass, which is a product made from fish bladder, which is used to clear beer. We use oat milk in some of our beers. We also use oatmeal or oats, which gives it a really nice creamy taste without you needing to use animal products.
Callie Brooks, Icov News, Fargo Village.
Thanks, Callie.
And now it's time for a slightly more serious topic as well, because this year it actually marks the 100th anniversary since the end of World War I. So as well as Remembrance Day on Sunday, we've got 100 years. So it's a very special occasion, yeah. So we have Daisy Twine live at Coventry Cathedral to tell us more about how the city is marking the occasion.
4, 3. Thanks, guys. I'm here at Coventry Cathedral, one of the sites that was famously bombed in World War II. There's loads going on in Coventry for Remembrance Day. St Paul's Church in Nuneaton has a plaque that commemorates the lives of 201 men that died in World War I, and they'll be lining up 201 pairs of boots in the church. At the War Memorial Park this Sunday, there is also going to be a parade. Respect to the men that have died in the wars. This will be led by the Lord Bishop of Coventry. Also, there is a poppy drop in West Orchard's shopping centre at 9 a.m. that same Sunday, and a service will be held at St John's the Baptist from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So there's plenty going on if you want to get involved. Thanks, guys. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Daisy. Now we actually have Paul Nolan here, director and producer of The Window. And so, yeah, Paul, so please tell us a little bit about the play.
Yeah, so I was commissioned by the Belgrade Theatre in Coventry back in December 2014 to actually write a play about somebody who was from Coventry and their experiences during the First World War. So what started as a small project where I was doing a little bit of research suddenly grew to become an enormous project in terms of the research that I had to do and the actual writing element of it.
Oh, okay. So what inspired you to look into your family tree to create this play?
Okay, so for my birthday a few years ago, I was actually given a subscription to a very popular genealogy site, which is available online. Okay,
Yeah.
had a 3-month subscription to that, and then with the help of my cousin Claire Chamberlain, what we managed to do was to actually look at our family tree and build on that. And then what drew my attention in particular was that of my great-grandmother and her youngest brother, whose name was James O'Neill. And what I found out was that he was born in what we now know as, or was born behind what we now know as the Weaver's House in Spon End. He went to school in that area, went to work for Edward O'Brien, the big bicycle manufacturer, who had 21 factories in the city, and then, of course, signed up on the bank holiday to go and serve in the First World War.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And how old was he?
So he was 22 and 37 days
Wow.
when he actually
That's very
signed up.
specific.
The reason I know that is because part of the research has taken me to the Imperial War Museum, to the War Offices, to the Herbert in Coventry, to their records here, to the records offices over in Warwick, but also up in Durham as well, to the records
Okay,
offices.
that's good.
Okay.
And it's good you mentioned the Herbert, because that's where you're going to be putting it
Yes.
on this weekend, isn't it? So for anyone that can go and see it, I really recommend you do check that out this evening.
Absolutely. And now we're on to the weather with Paige Bradley.
Thank you, guys. So the weather isn't looking too great. Persistent rain is expected this evening to work its way in from the west throughout tonight. A few heavy bursts of rain are possible, and it's going to be rather blistery. Remaining mild temperatures with 10 degrees. Tomorrow starts off with a breezy, wet morning with some occasional heavy bursts of rain. The rain will carry on until the afternoon and will turn increasingly showery. Heavy showers will carry on from Thursday to Friday with potential thunderstorms. Okay, that's the end of the weather and actually the end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to catch us next week at the same time at 3 o'clock.